Oh man, so the markets have a huge catalyst this week. We have the jobs figures, and in this video I'm going to explain why potentially Bitcoin could be seeing lower prices, retesting that 17,600, and even how the charts are showing me a price of around 14,500. Yes, that's the lowest price I've seen the technicals show me in a very, very long time. So let's get straight into this video. As you can see, guys, Bitcoin has been holding up pretty well over the last kind of 48 hours, around between 20,000 and 19. We're seeing some good support come in around 19,000, but if we lose this level, that is when things can really start to get painful again. I mean, just quickly zooming out here on the hourly, this is the level we are worried about. This is the lowest level we faced in the local price history here at 17,600 roughly. And if we lose that level, things could get a little bit nasty. And the particular thing we're waiting for this week is the June's job report. Yeah, on Friday, we're going to get the non-farm payrolls. Now, the market is expecting the labor market to slow down to 250,000 jobs added. Remember, in May, we added 390,000 jobs. Now, why is this so important? Well, it's important for a few reasons. Remember, Jerome Powell wants the market to cool down. If the jobs figure comes too high, that means his rate hike is not taking impact. He's not slowing the economy down. Remember, like this car on the motorway, he's really got to slow it down. But here's the catch. If he slows it too much, if that jobs figure comes in too low, markets will get spooked about something called a hard landing, which is where his rate hikes are so aggressive, he's going to throw the economy into a violent recession, and that will not be good for crypto markets, of course. So we're kind of in this situation where you're a bit damned if you do, damned if you don't. You've got to thread this thread through a needle, and it's through the eye of a needle, and it's very challenging for Jerome Powell to do, right? He can't go too hard. He'll throw the economy into a recession. If he goes too weak, inflation's going to be rampant. He's got to get it right on the money. So Wednesday, we'll get the ADP jobs figures. These are the private payrolls, which give you an indication of where the 1-2 days later on Friday is going to come. Sorry, that comes on Thursday. And then Friday, you get your official non-farm payrolls. Wednesday, when you actually get the FOMC meeting minutes. Okay, so this will be the minutes from the last FOMC meeting when we know we've had the 75 basis point rate hike. Now, it always comes out a little bit later, but what markets will be looking for when they open up the minutes, it's a PDF which you download and you open it up, they'll be looking at if there were any extra hawkish clues or signals in there, and the market does respond to these minutes, so be very careful if you're in any open trades with it. Okay, so let's get straight back into the charts. And before we do that, quick fear and greed index check. We're sitting at 11. Extreme fear in the market makes complete sense. But I'm also going to show you why people are still buying and how accumulation continues to occur, particularly amongst whales, but also against smaller holders as well. Okay, so let me first show you a fresh chart here. Now, what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to show you this daily chart, which is showing a descending triangle. And this descending triangle, if you see how this is playing out, you can see we're in this descending triangle. And if this breaks down to the downside, you can see that the price target brings you in at 14,700. So this is not a great price target here, but I'm going to share with you the bullish signal as well. If we do get a bounce from this support, where you see we are holding up, right? You can see the bodies of the candles here. You can see the candles here trying to bounce. If we can bounce and do something like this, then you can see that we could indeed get a double bottom pattern with a neckline at around 21,500. So you can see here, in that case, you would have a double bottom pattern, and that double bottom pattern can break to the upside, getting you back to about 24,000 on a measured move. So for the bullish situation, you need this triangle to fail. You need this descending triangle to break out. You need it to get to the top of the channel, and you need to maybe get a retest and break out to the upside. This is what you want to see. But the worrying sign is if you get something like this and then you fall out, then the technical price target brings you closer to around 14.5. Now, why is this 14.5 level so important? Well, let me head over to the monthly chart. And what you'll see is on the monthly chart, I'm just going to switch over to the log to make it a little bit easier for you guys, is when you come over to bring that all back in there. Now, what you'll see is this is some important support here around this level. And if you look at the level you're looking at between this kind of range. This range brings you back between 13,000 and 14,000, okay? You can see this is where you get a little bit of support dating back to the previous bull market high, and this is how you then have had some support where we wicked up to these levels when it tried to recover before the next bull run. Okay, so that is what we're looking at. Is if we do fall from this 19,000, 20,000 range, which is important, by the way, because that is the previous bull market high, then you could be looking at 14,500. Okay, so those are the three levels I'm keeping in my mind. The 19, 20,000 is a key level. If you lose that, then 17,600 is already where Bitcoin fell in this cycle at its low during the lunar crash. Thereafter, if you lose that level, then I need to bring into play the 14,500. I know it sounds horrible. I'm not saying we're going to head there straight away. There's no evidence to suggest that, but I'm just showing you the couple of chess moves ahead that we can prepare ourselves to say, okay, maybe that will happen. Now, the bullish scenario I shared with you is if we can somehow create a reversal. Now, reversal patterns need exactly that, right? You need that double bottom pattern so you can break out to the upside. So that's our chance on the upside. Now, also, please don't forget, we've got our CPI reading coming on the 13th of July. So it's another about 10 days or so. We'll talk about it more closer to the time, but this is going to be critical. Okay, so we've got our jobs figure this week. Next week, we'll be looking towards our CPI data, and this is what's going to form how the economy is feeling, because that's our only route out now for the economy to really start slowing down, inflation to come down, jobs figures to come slow down, and then markets might feel a little bit more confident. Okay, now let's keep things moving. And one thing I wanted to share with you guys was this: the world's largest non-exchange Bitcoin whale purchased 3,500, that's $67 million of Bitcoin in June, and is now holding a total of 132,000 Bitcoin, in other words 2.5 billion. So whales are buying, right? I can also show you this, which is just in the top 100 Bitcoin wallets have added 5.3 million in the past 24 hours only, guys. Okay, so you can see the action. Don't just look at what's happening in terms of people giving rhetoric or telling you things verbally. Look at their actions, right? Always look at their action and see what they're doing, because sometimes they don't corroborate each other. So you want to look at what they're actually doing, and you can clearly see they're buying. Number of addresses holding OnePlus coin continues to increase, right? People are going out there and getting their first Bitcoin because now is a chance of a lifetime, really. I mean, if you've not got your first Bitcoin, what a beautiful time for you to go and get your Bitcoin. If you've just entered crypto, what a great time for you to go, and at $19,000, you can start accumulating your first Bitcoin. If you've been in crypto for a while and you've not managed to get to that first Bitcoin, what a great chance for you guys to do so. For those of you who are a little bit more advanced, trying to get to 10 Bitcoins, look at that. We're at a 6-month high of people managing to get onto 10 whole Bitcoins. I mean, look at it. 10 Bitcoins is $190,000. A lot of people can actually afford that. And now I understand a lot of people can't, but I'm saying a lot of people can, but could never afford it when a Bitcoin was 60,000, right? At 69,000, 10 Bitcoins would have cost $690,000, right? That is out of the realms of possibility. But some people can say, okay, I want to go get one Bitcoin at 19. I maybe can get 2 or 3 if I'm smart over the next 6 months and really figure out my cash streams and save every single penny I have, cancel that silly holiday, don't buy that car. Then you can figure out how to get these coins. And these coins, one Bitcoin is always worth one Bitcoin. And that is why you're seeing wallets continue to accumulate. The other chart I wanted to share with you is just how painful a situation we're in, because I don't think a lot of people are appreciating this. The spike you can see on the left-hand side is the relative unrealized loss. In other words, they've not sold yet, but this is the loss people are sitting at. This is the loss. So this was a huge spike in COVID time, and now our spike is much, much bigger than the COVID flash crash. And remember, this crash is worse. This was a slow, painful crash. People were falling from 69,000. It's been a slow bleed all the way down. People have not had hope. With COVID, it was a flash crash. Money printer was turned on. Big boom, right? This is very different right now. Slow crash ever since November 2021. The government is now doing quantitative tightening. Money is being restricted. Interest rates are being lifted. Maybe entering into a global slowdown. If this quarter has negative GDP, we'll officially be in a recession. So this is very, very different right now. And it's a challenging time. But these are the times we need to be building. These are times we need to be hodling. These are times we need to be building our positions, holding our conviction. That is what's important right now. The important thing, when you look at all these price points and understand what's going on, the main important thing is we don't get panicked out. That's the reality. That's the reality I want to speak to, because the markets are designed to panic you out. That is it, right? These whales with billions of dollars, trust me, they don't want to be buying Bitcoin at 69,000. No, they only join the party if it's on their terms. Don't let them have it on their terms. Not for you, at least. Don't sell them your Bitcoin cheap. Don't sell them your your hard-earned asset cheap. That's all they want to do. The ones who get in late, who missed it from 5 years ago, they just want to shudder the market down to then come up and buy Bitcoin back up, okay, cheap, so they can enjoy the next bull market. They're not interested in buying Bitcoin at 69 to then run to 100,000. No, they want to buy Bitcoin at 15K and run it up to 500K. That's the game they want to play. How do you think they made their billions? Right? So it's your job to make sure you have enough conviction, you've spent enough time studying this thing, that if Bitcoin did fall to the 14,500, that does not worry you. The best of you guys watching right now are the ones who are watching who say, you know what, when he says 14,500, it doesn't actually panic me. It gives me a little bit of excitement that I can go, okay, I just need to get more cash so I can get some more. You guys have the right conviction in your asset class. Those of you who are a little bit panicked, oh, why is he saying 14.5? Like, why is he spreading FUD? Why is he being so bearish? You guys don't get it. You are the ones who are going to panic sell first. So you can come with all that talk, but you're going to be the ones that panic sell first because you don't have the conviction. You don't have the right mindset that if the price is low, it's an opportunity to accumulate. It doesn't even cross my mind that I'm going to sell my Bitcoin, right? So, that's something for you guys to introspect. And definitely when I was early in my investment career, these are the psychology lessons I had to learn hard because the market shake you. And I've been shaken up plenty of times. So I'm sitting here from experience as somebody who has panic sold in the past, who has, taken profits too late, who have made all the mistakes there are to make in investment, made them all. So when I'm sitting here, I'm saying it because I've had those scars. That you don't need to have those scars too. And it all started with me never having conviction. Any investment decision I failed was because I didn't have conviction in the asset class. So when the price moved against me, I needed the market, I needed the candles to give me conviction. And if you're in a position where you're waiting for candles on a chart to give you conviction about an asset class, about Bitcoin, about any asset class, if it's a stock you own, if it's a real estate property, you're waiting for candles to give you conviction, then you're in big trouble. I mean, I always use the analogy of imagine somebody standing outside your house. This is the crypto market, right? The candles we have. Imagine someone standing outside your house, which is worth $1 million. And every day they're reading out the price. Every minute they're reading out the price, right? Like an auction bid. That's going to, it's going to test your psychology. And this is what happens in the crypto market. You just sometimes need to wash out the FUD, close your laptop, go for a walk, set up your dollar cost averaging strategy, build your conviction, study it more, and that is how you're not going to panic sell. That's how you're going to get through this bear market, accumulate, and then enjoy the next bull market high. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as always. Don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. If you appreciate this type of content, make sure you let me know in the comments. Do check out BitGet and BYBIT, links in the description. They're the two exchanges I use to buy crypto and trade. Go watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one.